You're listening to the Daily Nugget, dnugget.com for September 6, 2024. Welcome to Friday Free For All. You made it.
Made to the weekend.
Woo. Good job, Sam. Way to go. I'm proud of you.
Thanks.
And I'm proud of all the producing you do for us. Thank you. Hey, what's the merch store again that people can get their exclusive Daily Nugget merch?
It will be in the description on YouTube and on Spotify and probably Apple Podcasts too then. It's daily-nugget.printify.me. But I got to figure it out. I'm probably just going to... we might just go to dnugget.com and have it send us there.
Right now, dnugget.com just redirects to our YouTube page. Is that where Janelle can get a Brockaholic hat like Janelle's? Or is that
that was a special order from Jenn.
Oh.
I'll bet I can figure that out though.
I feel like that might be a hot seller. Hot seller.
Oh, you know it would.
I don't know if it would, Janelle.
No, I do. I know. I'm positive. It would burn down the barn. It'd be a barn burn.
Well, I don't know if we want to do that.
Arson now. Goodness.
Man, we're going to give us another YouTube strike because we're talking about burning things. Again.
Oh, my goodness.
The YouTube censors are going to be watching this one with great concern.
Sorry, I retract my statement.
Guys, they're talking to 44 people.
Watch out. This is shocking. So if you've ever been in a flooding situation, this kind of reminds me of, remember that Flex Seal video we did last week?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And how the water did not go into the house?
Yeah.
This is what it would have looked like if the water did go into the house.
Uh-oh.
I just saw this.
Look at that.
Whoa.
Look at that. So here's the lead up to it. I love it. They took the keyboard. Why are you taking the keyboard? Who cares?
Oh, no.
Get out of there.
I'm glad they had the swimsuits on.
Oh, wow.
That's what our back door looked like a couple weeks ago.
Is it bullshit? It's going to break. What do we do? Get back!
Ozzy, come.
It's like a movie.
Yeah.
It looks like a movie.
So sad.
That's insane.
Where was this at? Utah?
Orem, Utah. Yep, my old stomping grounds.
Oh, my.
Utah. Provo, Orem. So just south of Salt Lake City, about an hour.
That was saltwater?
No, it was not saltwater. It was just rain. It's by Salt Lake City, which doesn't, but then the Great Salt Lake isn't by Salt Lake City necessarily that close. It is sort of, but anyway, geographic wise, it was not saltwater. All that to say, it was not saltwater.
Storm.
Well, and in Utah, especially, they have, and in the desert, they have flash floods like that, where all of a sudden it's nothing, and then it's like everything. So
everything, yeah.
Wow.
You said your backyard looked like that, Jen?
Our back door, the rate at which the water was flooding in under that window is what our back door looked like.
Thanks.
So thankfully the water wasn't higher because we have a window on our back door. Whew, not fun.
Well, and so the flooding was so bad. This is not a pool. This is the skate park.
Oh, whoa.
That's actually
That's kind of fun
park.
Though. That'd be pretty fun.
And look at and it's all guys, right? All guys are like, yeah.
What if we, try it, man.
We're going to swim in the skate park, man. There it is. We're swimming in the
skate. Funny because don't they call that particular part of the skate park the empty pool?
Yeah, like that. I mean, well, the irony is, back in the day, they would take empty pools and they would, no, he's skateboarding. Look, that's hilarious.
Oh,
I didn't even see that.
How could you do that underwater? What?
Well, no, he just dropped in to skateboard and then just for funsies dove in. That's totally a guy thing.
I see.
It reminds me one time we were on a cruise ship, and usually if you're on a cruise ship, it's very stable, right? It doesn't tilt much. They have stabilizers in the big cruise ships, but they had to make, for whatever reason, they were making a big turn. I don't know why. And we were the only ones on the pool deck area because it was a little colder. And as they turned, all the water came out of the hot tub and was just on the side. They have like an extra little wall because this must happen. So it didn't spill over anywhere else, but then you were able to like swim just down the sidewalk area of the pool. And I thought that was cool.
Yeah, one cruise that I went on, it stormed really bad, so it was actually kind of swaying back and forth, and the pool just kept getting fuller and fuller, and then eventually it just like sloshing everywhere, and then they stopped letting people out on the deck for a little bit.
Yeah, they roped it off after that. It was sad. I'm like, oh, we're just trying to have fun, and no one else wanted to be out there because it was cold and wet and rainy, but we wanted to do it. So that is the closest. I'm trying to think of severe weather that we've had. I think we talked about tornadoes before where we were going through.
Andy, were you here for the blizzard of 93?
It was 91, wasn't it? I think it was 91. I was here for the blizzard of 91.
The big Halloween blizzard?
Yes.
Yeah, you're right. 91, I think.
I sound like 90-year-old men.
If you're from Minnesota,
like
you
the entire
that snow of 91
state got dumped on Halloween. And I remember the snow was so high that kids my age, and I was in middle school at the time, they were walking, like we had to shovel out because it was up to our chests.
Wow.
And here's a new video from it.
Jim Loopy and Olds in Golden Valley lost a showroom today. It was impossible to enter the bubble because it collapsed under the weight of the snow. And under all of this, some 100 cars. Yet as workers began the task of digging the cars out, officials at the dealership were looking on the positive side.
Fortunately, we have just a few cars that are going to be offered for sale with some slight damage, but we're just real thankful there wasn't more damage to the inventory.
So Loopy and Olds hopes to turn their misfortune into...
Look at that coat.
Maybe your fortune.
Yeah.
Starting tomorrow.
I think you still have that, Andy.
I would love to have that.
I feel like that's something you would wear.
I'd love to have it. This doesn't look so bad, but it was, you have to remember, this was, it kind of looks bad.
I bet it was.
It, like, Minnesota is one of the just strangest places for weather. Like this, like that kind of thing is actually kind of a normal scene in the Minnesota winter. But this last winter, we had almost no snow at all. My dad is a small engine mechanic, and he's been helping me with my lawnmower. And he goes, "Oh, do you need me to take a look at your snowblower? Does that need any work?" I said, "I don't know. I didn't even use it this last."
I used it once. I bought a snowblower. I finally bought one, and I used it once. There was one at the very end of the seat that needed it.
Well, it was funny because it snowed really hard. Oh, is that the Metrodome?
Yes. This is another thing that happened in Minnesota. Insane. So this is the Metrodome. This was the big dome where the Vikings used to play in the Twins. It's an inflatable dome. And so when too much snow got on it one day, this happened.
Oh, boy.
Oh, my. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Look at all that.
Oh,
Yeesh. Well, they had to know something was coming, right?
Well,
what kind of weather is that supposed to keep out?
Well, apparently, one of the design flaws, I guess the dome it's heated enough where, for the most part, it can kind of melt the snow on top of it. But so much fell so quickly that the way that they thought that they could take care of it is they just had some guys hosing the top of it with warm water. And the problem is it didn't work, and then it turned into ice.
And it got heavier, yeah.
Yep, it got heavier and heavier. And so now we have a place that doesn't have a roof. That doesn't have an inflatable roof, at least.
When you think about it, their solution is kind of Minnesota's solution to everything else.
Right.
Let's just make it worse and see what happens.
So they didn't replace the inflatable roof?
Well, they did. They did replace that one for a few years, but then they went to a new stadium. So that was kind of...
Okay.
Got rid of the whole thing altogether. Now they have the ugliest stadium on earth. So
Star Wars Stadium. I like it.
Of course you do.
I've been in it, but I like it.
Of course you do.
Our tax dollars at work.
And that's the Nugget. NuggetHateMail@gmail.com. Your extreme encounter with weather, let us know. NuggetHateMail@gmail.com. If you have video, even better.